Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're slicing through some really interesting material.
We are. It's all about how unexpected changes can, well, completely shift our routines, right?
Exactly. And maybe reveal strengths we didn't even know we had. Our focus for this deep dive is an insightful Substack article by Ranga Jagannath. It's called Workout from Home, Discipline and Discovery.
Yeah, and it was published way back in April 2020, right at the start of that first big lockdown.
Right. So our mission today really is to pull out the surprising bits, the insights about adapting, finding discipline in weird circumstances.
And discovering new things about ourselves physically and mentally when, like, our normal options just disappear.
Yeah. Think about, have you ever had your routine just poof, upended? Like the gym suddenly closes or maybe a trip gets canceled?
Oh, for sure. Happens all the time, in smaller ways, maybe.
Well, you're about to hear how one person took a massive challenge, the lockdown, and turned it into something, well, pretty profound. Okay, let's unpack this. So when the seriousness of the COVID-19 lockdown really hit home, this author, he's an amateur marathoner.
Right.
His film thought wasn't actually about the pandemic itself, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, what was it then?
It was about the training, the running miles he was going to miss. That was his immediate panic.
Huh. That focus is intense.
He talks about this trap, for anyone who trains seriously but isn't pro. You miss one session, then another.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, that becomes the new habit, inactivity.
It sneaks up on you.
Totally. And he mentions how, in the past, you could always find a quote-unquote legitimate reason. A slight cold, a family thing, being out of town for a few days.
The easy excuses. We all have them.
But with lockdown, those excuses just kind of vanished. There's nowhere to go.
That's such a keen observation. That inertia, it sets in so fast, doesn't it? And it's incredibly hard to break out of once it takes hold. It really makes you ask, how do we stop a temporary blip from just becoming the new normal, the new, less active habit? What was the biggest hurdle for him, do you think? Just the physical side?
Well, it seems like it was a mix. He definitely mentions a new challenge with being stuck inside.
Oh, yeah.
The sheer amount of time suddenly spent on calls, early morning calls, late night calls with colleagues overseas, plus all the regular business hour calls with customers.
The work from home creep.
Exactly. He says it could easily just swamp any intention to actually work out. The usual time boundaries just dissolved.
Yeah, that work-life blend or lack of separation was a huge thing for so many people then.
So the big question, how did he fight this inertia? How did he stop the lockdown from wrecking his running goals?
Community, maybe.
Bingo. He wasn't alone. Luckily, he had this really enthusiastic running group.
Okay.
And also another group, his old schoolmates, who were apparently pretty athletic too.
Ah, so that social support, it's crucial, isn't it? Especially when your own motivation might be flagging a bit. It's not just you pushing yourself. It's like the group's commitment keeps you going. I wonder if that dynamic felt different, maybe even stronger under lockdown compared to normal times.
That's a good question. And here's where it gets really interesting. The ingenuity part.
Go on.
Their coach, described as a self-declared technophobe.
Uh-oh. In lockdown, that sounds like a problem.
You'd think. But the author jokes that the coach's technophobia basically evaporated overnight. Necessity, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this coach, defying all odds, started creating a new set of exercises every single day.
Wow, every day. That's a lot of creativity needed.
Seriously. The author says it was like the coach took variety as the spice of life, maybe a bit too seriously.
That's fantastic, though. It shows how, like, a perceived limitation, the coach not being techie actually sparked something really innovative.
Yeah.
It just highlights how flexible thinking, especially from a leader figure, can turn a roadblock into, well, an opportunity. You adapt the method, right? You don't just ditch the goal.
Exactly. And this whole hashtag workout from home thing, it hammered home some points about discipline. Accountability.
How so?
Well, gone were the days of just, wandering into the gym whenever.
Right.
The coach was only available online at a specific time, usually early morning. So guess what? Everyone showed up. On time. Often early, even.
Structure. Imposed structure.
And that structure had another effect. No more chatting between sets, no wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute of that 60 or 90-minute session, pure workout. Total focus.
That's really powerful. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Can that kind of forced structure sometimes lead to more efficiency, more focus than when we have total flexibility?
Seems like it did here.
Yeah, the outcome suggests those strict remote schedules created this, like, heightened sense of purpose, limitations leading to liberation in a weird way.
And get this, for a personal story, the author managed to run almost 5K at home.
Wait, like on a treadmill?
No, that's the thing, just running around his place,
Bruh.
all over. He said his dog and cat were totally confused.
Oh my gosh, I'm just picturing that. That's incredible dedication. And maybe a little bonkers.
Right, and he wasn't even the most extreme. He mentioned someone else ran 110K at home.
110 kilometers.
Yeah,
Inside.
apparently. It just shows the crazy range of creativity that popped up.
Wow. That really is a striking takeaway, isn't it? The adaptability, the sheer inventiveness when the usual options are gone.
Totally.
It's such a powerful reminder that, fitness isn't just the gym, it's not just the track, it's movement, it's intention. You can do it almost anywhere. Resourcefulness under pressure.
And that leads to another big realization he had from this #workout-from-home experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't only about the miles logged or the weights lifted.
Okay.
It was also realizing the power of just using your own body weight for strength, for flexibility, for stability.
The fundamentals. That challenges a really common idea about fitness, doesn't it? That you need fancy equipment or specific places. It points to something more holistic, recognizing that core strength, body control, that stuff is vital. And maybe we overlook it when we're just chasing mileage or PBs on the bench press.
Exactly. It's like discovering new layers of what your body can actually do.
Finding those nuances.
So the bottom line for the author, he says this long-standing self-doubt he had about whether his body and mind could really handle long-distance running, it just vanished.
Wow. That's huge.
He calls the whole experience, all the effort they put in, individually and together, a revelation.
A revelation. Strong word.
And he says literally 100% of the people training remotely felt stronger, fitter, more enthusiastic, not just physically, but mentally too.
So what does that tell us? It really underlines that deep connection between, physical discipline and our mental state, our well-being.
Absolutely.
This wasn't just about getting in shape during lockdown. It sounds like a real psychological boost. Overcoming those physical hurdles, even stuck at home, it builds confidence, resilience. That mind-body link is just crystal clear there.
So this deep dive, it really shows how a situation that seems totally limiting can actually spark amazing growth.
Yeah, unexpected growth.
From finding discipline through community and surprise coaching genius, to discovering the power of just body weight exercises and building serious mental strength. This #workout-from-home thing was, as he said, a revelation for them.
Definitely a powerful story.
So for you listening, what really jumps out about how this guy and his group use structure, use creativity to not just cope, but actually get better during a really tough time.
Yeah, and that leads to maybe a bigger question for you to think about. Where else in your life could limits, challenges you're facing right now actually be, hidden chances? Opportunities for discipline, for discovery, for real growth.
It reminds me of that great Nelson Mandela quote, which the author actually shares. It always seems impossible until it's done.
Powerful.
Really powerful thought to leave you with when you say,